As part of a tremendously stacked card for December 23rd's Day of Reckoning, Jai Opetaia will enter the ring and defend his IBF Cruiserweight title against Ellis Zorro. This will be a very good fight on the undercard of Joshua and Wilder's doubleheader. Let's talk about it. IBF Cruiserweight Champion, titleist, Jai Opetaia is looking directly ahead in his future. And what is crystallizing is challenger from the UK, Ellis Zorro, who's intending to come in and upset Opetaia's plans for future defenses and unification at the Cruiserweight division. And this will all take place Saturday, December 23rd on a heavyweight card that'll feature in the co-main and main events Anthony Joshua against Otto Wallin and Deontay Wilder against Joseph Parker in one of the most stacked cards in recent memory. They're calling the promotion the Day of Reckoning, and it is exactly that, because as all of these fighters come together in this particular promotion, you're seeing primarily heavyweights, but they're slipping this cruiserweight action in on you because they want you to see the talent that's out there and have something to readily look ahead in 2024 in the upper divisions of boxing. And this card will also produce a lot of action. You can expect bodies to be hitting the canvas because they have notable punchers on this card and aggressive fighters who have a history and track record of turning the lights out on opponents. Let's take Jai Opetaia, for example. In his last defense, he took on Jordan Thompson, and that was in September of this year, and he stopped Thompson inside of 6 rounds because he was aggressive and assertive. He now brings his record of 23-0 with 18 KOs into this fight, and he is looking to get the job done. He sent a message throughout the division when he took out Thompson, who was another UK hopeful, and he took him out in grand fashion. Thompson, who was 6'6" and had the frame of a heavyweight, didn't stand a chance, was never able to get uncorked with his jab or get into any type of rhythm, as Opetaia took the fight straight to him straight away. So now the attention turns toward Ellis Zorro. And Zorro is coming into this fight as a fighter who is looking for a championship opportunity. His record of 17-0 with 7 KOs doesn't speak the names that you would like to have seen him in with, so Opetaia is truly his first step up. His most recent fight was in October, and it was against Luca Biortenzi, and it was a unanimous decision that Zorro was able to pull out. But in this fight, what he's going to have to be concerned with is the aggression of Jai Opetaia, who really proved something to himself in his last effort, and also by winning the title from Myris Briedis in July of 2022, finishing that fight with a broken jaw. A lot of people were unaware of that, but the fact that this man went on and persevered through tremendous trial and odds stacked against Briedis, known as a tremendous puncher, wasn't able to get Opetaia out of there. And Opetaia was able to pull that victory out. He's an aggressive, forward-facing fighter, Opetaia is. He comes at you, but he can be light and on his toes as well. What's interesting is we've seen him box in the past, prior to the Briedis fight, looking similar. Not unlike Dmitry Bivol. And he also bears a bit of a facial resemblance to Bivol, as if they could be brothers. But in this fight, I expect him to go after Zorro. He wants to take the fight to him immediately and not allow him to get going and have a sense of belonging. The thing about Zorro that will be cause for concern is he has porous defense. He fights with his hands low, and he telegraphs his punches at times. You can't do that against a fighter of Opetaia's ilk. And Opetaia is aggressive enough to take advantage of those opportunities in between when the area and spaces are open. So we'll see what happens when he gets in there. But I expect Zorro to run into a lot of problems from Jai Opetaia, who is a much more complete fighter. He has multi-facets to his game. He can do a few things that Zorro may not be prepared for, whether it's be aggressive or box from the outside or move around. Zorro fights basically the same way. Like I said, those hands being low is a liability, and that's going to be something that will get him in trouble against a puncher like Opetaia. I think that Opetaia's punching power is underrated. He doesn't have like one punch KO power, but he throws his shots in abundance, and accumulative shots, just as what happened against Jordan Thompson, will get a guy out of there. Thompson was beat up by the 4th round and looked like he had been 8 or 9 rounds when that fight was stopped, and I said that his corner could have stopped that fight after the 3rd round, but they didn't. But this is what I see. I see and expect Jai Opetaia to send a message to the cruiserweight division. He has arrived and he is looking to be the man in this division. And whether it is Billum Smith or anyone else, even a rematch with Briedis, I can see him prevailing, and I can see him being the man at cruiserweight. He is a fierce fighter, he's exciting, he's confident, and again, people are still not in the loop about him, but they are starting to hear his name. Those are my thoughts. I pick Jai Opetaia by mid to late round stoppage and to go on to bigger and better things. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about Jai Opetaia defending his cruiserweight title against Ellis Zorro. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.